Generally, I agree with what he's saying. So when you hear small, weak people claim they're not getting better because they train so hard they get fatigued, I do feel that we more often than not overbaby ourselves, and that is what keeps a lot of people from being more advanced, building more muscle, and getting stuck in that kind of permanent beginner slash intermediate. And so what I mean by that is the people that I know with like the biggest muscles, most impressive physiques, they train the hardest out of most people I know. And yes, I do believe that leaving some reps in reserve is a good idea. But generally when we focus on that as like the big piece of training and we fear getting fatigued, we fear that overtraining, that often just like never allows us to hit that qualifying criteria of intensity to really push those adaptations. And people forget that 2 reps in reserve or 8 RPE is hard training. Like just 2 reps in the tank of true failure is very difficult training. But I feel that when most people do lead with that as the target, they undershoot their intensity, and it just keeps them kind of stuck where you're training, you're moving weights, but you're not really getting that much better. And so this is where I've made the best improvements in, I think, the last 5 years of my training by simplifying my approach. I used to really focus on, how many reps in reserve was that? Was that 2? Was that 3? But generally now I'm just trying to beat the logbook at all costs, training to failure, and I'm seeing that my strength is, lack of a better term, pretty much exploding. I'm hitting all-time PRs in exercises that I've done for a long period of time at 275 for 4 on incline bench, and that's ridiculous for me in these long linguini arms. But generally, I do feel that in the gym, make that the place that you push yourself. Give yourself something to rest and recover from. Rest days are important, but if you're always training to half kind of rest and don't want to get fatigued, fatigue is the cost of doing business. You need something to recover from. Don't be scared of fatigue. It's kind of like, man, I don't want to be out of breath, so I never pushed my run hard. It's like that's kind of the point. So generally, train hard, beat the logbook, get stronger, and don't overbaby your training. Try to get really strong, and you'll have a pretty solid physique. Hope this helps.